welcome to Banter Talk Show. My name is Bernard Muhammad. Tonight on the broadcast, you got Jay Beasley and Christian Jones. Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right. Hey, tonight, we're getting ready for the Jaguars game in London. And like Mike said, don't y'all go over there be trying to take over because y'all bringing us bad karma.
hey, I'm just mad because it's actually a home game for us, and we ain't getting no nothing. We ain't getting no information. We ain't getting no tickets. We ain't getting no nothing. No, like, okay, we'll provide y'all tickets if y'all get y'all own transportation. But it's cool. I need a break. I was telling my cousin, we had 2 back-to-back home games, and that it takes a toll. It takes a toll. We ain't got to go back to Soldier Field till November 10th. But guess what? After that, we got 3 straight home games. So I'm cool with it. I need the break.
Okay. Hey, Christian, how did y'all do last night?
We lost.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
No, that's cool. This has been a terrible season for us. We ain't making the playoffs.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna make the playoffs this year.
No. Next year we'll be better though. We got we more underclassmen dominant with our roster. It's like only maybe like 10 seniors. So
okay.
Yeah, just don't adapt that way to next year attitude.
You try not to, but we only got like a couple more games left, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's one of the things you play for. Is I wanted to start out with this tape. Hold on, let me bring this up and bring it on. Then I want us to watch this here. I thought it was very interesting press conference. It's coming from London. We start off with DJ Moore. I'll probably just play his part.
As a leader on these platforms.
He's been a leader. So what I mean by bossy is we don't hit something in practice. He's going to tell us how we need to run it, this, that, and we just look at it and be like, okay. And then when we get out there on the game, you just better make sure it works because he's going to have some words for you if you don't. So that's him being a leader. He's a little bossy. Just a little bro. So
that's what you want, right? That's what you want to see.
Yeah, you do want to see that. Like I said, he's like little bro. So you like looking at him like, dude, don't be talking to me like that. But it's but I understand because we need to really connect on that. And that's what we did this past week. So I took his advice. I listened. You know what I'm saying? Older bro had to take a back seat for a second.
Thank you.
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome to London.
Appreciate it. I've been around. I've been over Europe a good amount. Over here, I'm in a bunch of different places over here. Not gonna sit up here and name them.
Let me take that off. I wanted to talk about that it sounds like he's actually saying that Caleb is taking a leadership. I know he was a captain, but actually he's referring to him as bossy. And he said, I listened to him. Was that the reason why he had a breakout game this week with him? That it seemed like he's gained their respect.
It's like, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
You got the perfect 2 people on this show tonight. You got a wide receiver and you got a quarterback. So like, Jay's older than me, no disrespect, but it's like me coming in as a freshman in college and trying to tell him like this route, and it's kind of like it's not like a disrespectful thing, but it's more like I don't know if I'm ready to listen to a youngster yet, and I've been in the pros for I've been in college for such a long time. So that's the type of dynamic that go on, and it's like if you a quarterback and you miss a wide receiver, or you telling the wide receiver to do something and it don't work, that's not the type of situation you want to be in. So you can hear about DJ like, okay, yeah, I had to take a back seat because like that's literally like the relationship and the dialogue that you have, like, as wide receiver quarterback. Because, like, when you've been in the league for 5 years, or you've been in college for 3 years, and you got a quarterback who's been in college for 3 years, you saw with him and Justin, they kind of had that because they both can say, like, yo, we got this experience to where the language is a little bit, I know you know what I'm talking about, but when you just coming into the league from college, yeah, DJ, like, I don't know if you know what I know. So it's like that type of situation.
What you got, Jay?
Well, to me, it's one of the things where I feel like as a quarterback, the quarterback that he is, he's a leader by example. And what I mean by that is first one on the cliche stuff, first one on the field, last one to lead the field. But he's a hard worker. And his point is, okay, DJ, you know what? We haven't been on the same page, but I need you to do this. If you do this, I will get you the ball. I can get you the ball if you do this. Let's concentrate on what's working. If we do it in practice like this, if we do it in the game like this, it's going to work. And last week, he had 2 touchdowns or 30-plus yards. He had 5 catches for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's production. So I love it because as much as people talked about Caleb Williams before the draft and talking about the diva stuff and he going to want this and he going to want that, he has showed up as a leader, which we have not seen. I haven't seen. If I want to go back, Jim McMahon, and I was in high school. So he has showed up as a leader. And as a leader and a captain and a quarterback and a rookie, it's evident. It's evident. This kid got it, man. This kid got it. And I said it before the draft. I'm done with the Justin stuff. Y'all know how I felt about Justin, but I'm done with that. We have a leader in the locker room that you have veterans like Keenan Allen, who's been in the league 10 plus years, DJ Moore, who's been in the league 5 years. All these guys are looking at him like this kid is a leader. And that's all I want. Do I finally have a franchise quarterback in past history? Do I finally have it? And I think we do. And I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Jay, football definitely for sure that it's a macho sport, and you're not gonna get no respect just because you was drafted number one. It don't matter what you was drafted or whatever. Football is a macho sport. If you don't earn people respect, you're never gonna get it.
You ain't gonna never get it.
And and it's just like being on like you're a freshman and you make the varsity.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't gonna be given a starting job, but if you end up being in that starting job as a freshman with the varsity, man, you know how much respect those guys eventually get for you that you actually, and if you become the kind of like the star, right?
Yeah,
like that's big. Hey, what you got, Christian? And we gonna move on.
I'm just saying, yeah, you gotta produce though. That's the thing.
Yep.
I'm glad that it worked out because had it not, this would have prolonged. Not saying that they chemistry isn't going to get there. I do believe that because they're professionals. It just would have made it a little bit more difficult. But the fact that it worked is a step in the right direction. Because like I was saying, it's like me coming in as a freshman and Jay been in college for 3 years. If I miss Jay, he going to have some words for me when I get to practice sideline, like, nah, you going to have to do this, we going to do that. But the fact that, he told DJ, look, this is what I need you to do, and he did it, and it was production.
Right.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like, it counts because, like, the relationship between quarterback and
wide
receivers,
it's critical.
and it's so delicate too because it's real simple for a guy to just not like you, and you see it. We've seen it with T.O. and McNabb. It was harmony. But then as soon as T.O. lost respect for him, Yeah, it wasn't the same. So it's very critical. Like it's very critical. Like you can literally when you got that Eagles team, and I'm not trying to dwell here, but that Eagles team, McNabb T.O. was the only threat, and that boy was catching like 10 to 15 balls a game. That's not easy to do, especially when they can bracket coverage towards you. And the fact that they were doing that and made it all the way to the Super Bowl, so yeah, it's just very critical. It's very delicate, and I'm just happy that they had that breakout game, and I'm just praying that they get it together so that he can start moving on to the other wide receivers because we
Hey
really
Jay,
need to get Cole Kmet going.
hey Jay, I know you wasn't able to make the post game. You was at the Bears Stadium. Anything you want to share from the game when you watched it Sunday, and also being there in person to see it? I didn't
Man,
let this play long enough, but Caleb in this interview actually saying the fans are a little bit too loud when they're on offense, and he's having a little bit time hearing them.
you know what? You know what? I'm actually glad you brought that up because we were in. We've been season ticket holders for a long time, so it's almost like we know when the Bears on offense, you need to quiet it down. You need to quiet it down. On defense, everybody in their seat, they standing up like, yes, yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. But because we have never had, it's sad. It's sad. We've never had an offense that we are expecting to score points. So it's like one of the things when they coming on the field, it's like first down. It's 1st and 10. Bears got the ball 1st and 10. They coming on the field and everybody like, yeah, yeah. That's okay. But when they break the huddle and go to the line, we all like, hey, bring it down. Bring it down. So it's one of those things where fans are really just so hyped up right now. Soldier Field has been rocking this year. Like I say, last week it was a game where I felt like a lot of people was like, well, we expecting to win this game. But I'm gonna tell y'all, that Rams game, it put me back in the mind of that 2018 Rams game. When I tell you the stadium was shaking against the Rams. So it's just one of the things where the fans are just so hyped up that they happy that we can actually put an offense on the field that can actually go down the field and be productive. And I just hope Sam Waldron don't get beside himself and be like, okay, well, now I got to change this. Don't change anything. But it's another thing. Before we go on to whatever you have scripted, Bernard, I've been hearing all day that they were saying that this last game that Shane Waldron didn't script the first 15 plays. I'm Christian. I'm really want to know from your perspective as a quarterback, how do you feel about that? Because to me, I'm 50-50 on that because I feel like if you're scripting your first 15 plays, you're marrying plays to each other. Y'all know me. I'm a big marriage guy. Like marry the plays, marry the plays. But if you say I'm not going to script the first 15, I'm just going to call the play, and it works, is that okay?
No.
Where is it written again? I'm unconventional because people say it's a passing league. Says who? Says who does the first 15 plays have to be scripted?
There isn't any, and I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I'm looking at it as far as a rookie. I would want to get him my thing is this: get him to 8 games, and then after 8 games, that's enough time, in my opinion, to where now he's ready, in my opinion. So give him as much information and get him in situations to where he knows what to expect and what to do. Because also when you give scripted plays, you kind of giving a cheat sheet against the defense, and now you're saying, okay, we in this situation, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I mean, so I agree with you. If he wasn't a rookie, I've been like, yeah. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. But by him being a rookie, and this isn't a system that you kind of formed around him, it's a system to where like you're putting in him and he's still learning it. I wouldn't have done that. But that's
Okay.
why, yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying in this sense, by him being a rookie, yeah, I wouldn't have done that, in my
And we
opinion.
and now I can't confirm. I can't confirm that that's what happened. When Stacey Dales came on, I love Stacey Dales. Stacey Dales she good. She know her stuff. Um, so I can't confirm or deny if it's actually true. But after that, listening to Olin Krutz, who y'all know, Olin Krutz was the best
Yeah.
dog on our offensive line that we've seen in a long time. He was like, we always scripted the first 15 plays. He was like, the night before a game, I would go to my room and I got those first 15 scripted plays. So all I'm thinking about is like, this is what I'm finna do. This play right here, play number 3, I already know. This is the line protection I'm calling. I'm blocking this. I'm blocking that. So I see where it could actually help that you know what the first 15 plays are.
This could go so many different ways when you talking about this, Jay. It could have been like this. It could have been to where they went over the 15 plays, but they wouldn't know order. So when he got to the game, they repped him enough to where it was just like, okay, I see this. This is what we're gonna call. So it's kind of scripted, but it's not. So I would hope he was smart enough to do that because we still ain't caught our stride yet. So what you saying, I'm not against. If we talking about like Kansas City, yeah, I don't think they need scripted plays. You know what I'm saying?
And then see a
But
lot
when
of
you,
times,
yeah,
and then see a lot of times I feel like when people like when they script their first 15 plays. And I've said this on the shows a couple of times. Like, okay, your first 15 plays, are you running them in order? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
right,
Or are you like 1, 5, 6, 5,
right.
9? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah,
Okay, your first 15 plays are the 15 plays that you're gonna run. But are
because
you gonna run them in the same order? Are you gonna run them in the order that you got them scripted on the play sheet?
by you playing and you been in a huddle, so many huddles and been in so many snaps, you know how crucial it is going into a game to rep even plays that you know like the back of your hand. Because week to week, to team, it's different. Like you're not gonna run the same route at the same depth. It's the same concept, but this player may be really good in trail press. He may be good in coverage, like off man. So you can't run the same route the same way. So that's why you practice it. So I think it may have been a situation to where they repped a lot of plays so much in practice, and then went to the game and just said, okay, we're gonna see how this is gonna go, and then we'll go from there. Because that'd be dumb as all get out if you just went into a game and you just start calling plays
Just call the plays.
that you ain't repped with before with a rookie quarterback. I can't see Shane Waldron making it to the NFL, being an OC in the NFL, doing something like that. He'll lose his job doing something like that. So
Hey, let me run this right quick,
yeah.
and then we move on to the game. I thought this was funny. I wish I could make it bigger, but it's a short. Hold on, let me see. I think that's
there's a snap and a play fake for Swift from the pocket. Caleb throwing open. DJ Moore inside the 15 to the 10. Turns it up to the 5. Walking into the end zone.
That play right there. That play
Snap
right
to
there.
Caleb Williams. Good protection. Lines it up for DJ Moore to the end zone. Perfect throw.
That first touchdown to DJ Moore. If y'all can see the overhead of that, oh my God, it was beauty. It was that first touchdown to DJ Moore was a beauty because it was like Roll cleared out everything, and DJ Moore was running across the field by himself, and it was like, oh my God, this is what an offense in 2024 Chicago Bears is supposed to look like.
Yeah, so I give y'all a play that I do in high school. that we do in high school. We run four verts, and we have a choice route with you call them a T, H, whatever you want to call them, a left, L, whatever, and that gives you in any coverage, if it's man, if it's cover 3, if it's cover 2, you get a one-on-one every time. So in this, it wasn't that, but it was trips to the right, and you had DJ the single side to his left.
It was
so
beautiful.
So
It was beautiful.
you're right. So any situation, even if it was a tag, if DJ was a tag, whatever it was, I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that you can easily manipulate the safety when you're on that, when you're going heavy to one side and weak to the other. So it's like, that's what I was like saying earlier to you guys before we started the show, like getting him in situations to where he knows what to expect. So he knew if it was going to be the whatever coverage, he knew exactly, okay, I'm getting this look. I know where my hot is coming from. And I know if I was to blitz, because the safeties tell you too where your blitz is gonna come from too. So if I know, hey, I know automatically where I'm going. So that when they ran that, it was more of a like a scissor, not necessarily scissors concept, but you know what I mean, though. Jay.
Yeah, because it kind of was like a scissors concept. It was like,
it was a scissors concept.
Yeah, so like the corner thought that it was in some form of zone, but it wasn't. Everybody's playing man, and he never trailed them. Even if it was on that type stuff, and where it's natural rubs, cause really stress on defense. So he looked that off. Boom. Oh, I'm talking about the wrong one. That's the one he hit him over into the flat. This one was a 3 receiver set, and he looked.
He hit him over the top.
Yeah.
He hit him over the top. Yeah.
So I'm talking about the wrong one, but either still, like you scheme that up to where you put the quarterback in a good situation to where he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so those are great points of information y'all made. And going into this not Panthers game, the Jaguar game, one of the things I like to see the Bears continue to do is what I notice is the spacing from the receivers seem to be better. Because the first 3 games, that was one of the things I was complaining about, that the spacing didn't look right. There was plays, even when they turned into those interceptions, where there was a receiver looked like they was too close to each other. There was routes early in the year where guys were like 3 yards apart. So that play what you described on that first touchdown, that depth was so right that would confuse that I guess is the safety.
The safety.
It confused the safety because their depth was correct. And so when Kenan Allen came, it was almost like a pick play.
Yeah.
The way they crossed right at the middle, he was trying to decide should he stay on his zone on that side of the field. And I think they actually were in zone. And he kind of went to stay, and he realized the other guy came over too. So he tried to recover, but at that point, he was already wide open on that side of the field. But as we move to the Jaguar game, what do we expect to see the Bears do to try to keep the momentum they got going?
I just want to go back to that point real quick. And it's one of the things where this kid is so far beyond his years, man. He's manipulating safeties with his eyes in 5 games in the NFL. You don't see that from rookie quarterbacks, man. I'm telling you, this kid is special. This kid is special, man. But to go to the Jaguars game, I feel like this is going to be one of them games where I talked about like the Houston Texans game. Jacksonville going to bring pressure from outside. So Braxton Jones, Donnell Wright, y'all got to buckle up y'all chin straps and protect the quarterback. Shane Waldron still got to be consistent. The last couple of weeks, he's stayed consistent. He's ran the football. I don't know what Khalil Herbert is in all of this, but the duo of Roschon Johnson and DeAndre Swift is working. We got not a lot, but we got injuries in the secondary. This is a trap game. This is a trap game for the Bears going into the bye week. This is a trap game. We got no Brisker. I don't believe Tyree Stevenson gonna play. So now we're looking at a Jalen Jones and possibly Mr. Simone Biles, or even Elijah Hicks.
Yeah, I think they
Somebody's
say
gonna be
Elijah
back there.
Hicks is gonna start.
Yeah, somebody gonna be back there. So, but this is a potential. And it's actually scary for me because I'm like, I don't know who I'm gonna pick because this is actually a scary game for me. But the Bears have a couple of things on their side. You know, God bless the people in Florida with the hurricane. It actually delayed the Jacksonville Jaguars from getting over to London. So you know, the Bears been over there since Tuesday. So this is a scary game, though. This is a scary trap game. Actually, when the schedule came out at the beginning of the year, this was a game I actually predicted the Bears to lose. However, I didn't predict them to lose to Indianapolis. So I'm like, So I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I ain't gonna get no prediction yet. But the keys to the game right now is you got to run the football, Walter. You got to continue to run the football. We got to protect. We got to protect. Like I said, I've been saying it all year. The 3 Ps. You know, protect, pass, play calling, and playmaker. So I just think that this is going to be a game where, to use that term, it's a trap game. And in order for the Bears to go into the bye week after this game, they need to win this game.
Okay. What's your thoughts on this game, Christian?
I agree with Jay. I made a status a couple of days ago saying that we got to have this game. It's important. So going into this game, I think that we need to try to get to at least 40 run attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
The reason why I'm saying that is
a 40 ball.
Yeah, pound that thing, keep pounding it.
They are the last in the NFL against the run. If I'm not mistaken, they are the last against the NFL against the run.
Here's the thing. You wanna tire them out. And the best way to do it is just keep running it and be relentless in doing it. Because the last thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to be overseas and then get caught into trying to throw the ball 50 times. So when I say like 40 times, do I think he gonna get there? But if the number is 35, you did your job. You know what I'm saying? It's like aim high. You might not get there, but if you think 20 carries or 30 carries is enough, you're going to look up and you only had 15 rushing attempts, and you're going to look at an L. So the last thing you want is to be over there and you get caught into a track meet. I don't think we that team yet. And not yet. So keep the momentum going with this run game. Keep this momentum going. And yeah, you have to tell yourself sometimes as an OC to do something to like make sure that you keep yourself level. So I would aim for 40 rushing attempts. I know people probably like, that's crazy, but no, run that ball and let's get this win. That's how I look at it.
Hey,
and I do believe, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, thanks everybody who tuned in tonight on Facebook, Twitch TV, and YouTube. Hey, Midwest Traveler, thank you for the compliment for watching the show. We appreciate all the viewers out there. Hey, Christian, running the ball is going to always be key for the Bears. Right now, as you develop your quarterback, I mean, you don't want to get to that throwing that many times. Matter of fact, you're throwing that many times, regardless of who your quarterback is, you're probably losing. When you start getting to 50 attempts and all that, you probably are losing the game. So, you know, that's kind of like a losing formula. Rare that you see guys throw 50 times and they actually won, unless it was just a shootout. But anyway,
if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Jaguars only ran the ball 7 times last week.
Oh wow!
See,
if I'm not mistaken,
it's stuff like that.
They only carried the ball. They only handed the ball off 7 times last week.
And you got to throw into factors. You don't have your other corner. And I'm not saying that Jalen Jones isn't good, but you just don't want to find out if he is or not. you know you hurt on some key pieces in your defense, you may as well just try to run that ball 50 times. And if the score is a low-scoring game but we won, you did your job. That's all I'm looking at. Just go over there and get a win, and we'll figure all that other stuff later.
Because we're going on a bad week, we need to go over there and get that win.
Yeah, and figure
and
all
then
that.
Come home and figure it out.
All that stuff later.
Come home and figure it out.
Because we need all the wins we can get. Yeah,
we got to go to Washington the week after. So
and people
get the win.
People keep thinking like that's a gimme. I don't know. We didn't think we was gonna lose to Indianapolis, and we did. So you never know. So when you got an opportunity to try to get a win, you got to do it. So that's why I was saying you got to run that ball like at least. I don't think they're gonna get to 50, but I mean I'm saying 50 is because I feel like with our defense, you get more opportunities to be on the field with a lead. If you can get one, they're gonna bring it in. But if you throw that ball 50 times, you're going to gas them out. And we don't have the horses this week either with guys not being in the positions that they normally would be in. I just don't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
And two, that's a home game for the Jaguars. They always playing over there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a home game for it's a home game for us.
Yeah, but
they so they say.
One of the things that you found out watching the Bears in the last two games is, you know what, who you play, who's on your schedule,
right?
But I would say this: the Bears, because they have ran the ball, the offensive line has looked much better. Without Nate Davis and Christian offline, you mentioned about maybe they pull some stuff back from Caleb. And I'm going to say I think they did, and I'm going to say it in this way, reason I believe that the linemen look less confused. Mm-hmm. I do think he was ahead of them in the playbook because there was stuff at times that I was like, I know they're doing a bad job blocking at times, but I'm like, sometimes it's like they didn't know who to block, right? And now it seems more decisive. And I had to finally retract something I said it yesterday in the 2-minute drill. I finally had to retract that the Bears can't run a screen. The Bears ran some successful screens last week, and that's good to be able to see the Bears run a screen. Because you think about for years, Green Bay has always ate us up on those screen plays. But because I want to say DeAndre Swift broke a long screen, and then they have been running like unsuccessful screens to commit all year, and I think that even worked in that game. So keep doing some of the things you're doing. But Jay, what a factor do you think the defense is going to play in this game against the Jags?
I just feel like we got to get pressure. We got to get pressure because I mean, you know, the Jaguars are who they are. But at the same time, you know, Trevor Lawrence wasn't the number one pick for no reason. I mean, the kid got talent. Their offensive line is pretty good. It's kind of banged up, but they're pretty good. And this rookie Smith from Texas is doing his thing. So defensively, it kind of scares me that Tyreek Stevenson is not going to play. I don't know if Eric Washington or if Eberflus. You know, the Bears have never really had like a travel corner. So it's kind of scary that Brian Thomas Jr. is going to be on the outside with possibly a Jalen Jones or whoever that the Bears decide that they're going to put in Tyree Stevenson's place. That's kind of scary. Evan Ingram, who I touted this kid in 2017 at the Combine. This kid made his name in the draft in 2017. When I watched the Combine, I'm like, Evan Ingram is going to be a player in the NFL. He's been off for the last couple of weeks. He's healthy now, so he's going to play this week. So this could, like, again, to repeat myself, this is a trap game and a scary game for the Bears right now. It really is. You know, just being in different territory, you know, over in London, like I say, you know, the Jaguars have played 11 games over in London. So they kind of familiar with whatever it is that they need to do to get their bodies right. But Hurricane Milton kind of put them off a little bit on their schedule. But the Bears, they need to get after the quarterback. They need to get after the quarterback. Montez Sweat was kind of held back last week. He was playing against a good tackle last week. Javon Dexter needs to continue to do what he's doing. But I'm worried about our secondary being banged up a little bit. Jaquan Brisker. Hey y'all, I'm telling y'all, Jaquan Brisker followed me on Facebook because I tell you, ever since I said Jaquan Brisker think he's better than who he is, this dude has played lights out in the last couple of weeks, and he's not going to play this week. He's already ruled out. So this game is kind of scary. This game is kind of scary for me.
What do you think they had to do, Christian, defensive wise against it?
Play fast and be physical. I would send the whole house every single time. I don't want nobody getting comfortable. Not the running back, not the lineman, not the quarterback. I'm not necessarily saying send crazy blitzes, but I would send some pressure, definitely. And I will let them know, we're not going to just let you get comfortable in anything. You just got to play fast. You can play fast as a defense, too. There's things that you can do. Instead, we need to just get out there and play fast from the start or rip. I don't want to see no bend, don't break, because it's a possibility that joint will break.
Absolutely.
So you need to just go out there and just let this be a game to what you need to get into the playoffs, because I'm telling you, bye weeks are good, but sometimes in the NFL they can be bad because you come off a bye, you're not playing good, you press, and you win. It's a little
different. You walk around with a little different swag.
Yeah,
you walk around with a little different swag. But I'm gonna tell you, if you lose this game, if you lose this game, and now you got to go 2 weeks on the loss, and then you got to go to Washington. You don't want to do that.
When you win, you can walk into the meeting rooms and you made a mistake. Coach said, "Hey, yo, you didn't go in this gap like you supposed to. Oh yeah, you got your notepad out. You ain't got your tablet. You ain't got your iPad. You got all your devices, and you taking that joint home and you studying that. You yeah. But when you lose, you ain't trying to hear all that. Everybody got an attitude. People,
Because I'm gonna tell you, when you win on Tuesday, you pick up that game check on Tuesday. You set your bank account, and you 4-2, and you on the back. That's when you feel like you're an NFL player, and you we 4-2. We got a bye week, and now we got to get prepared to play Washington on the road. That's that confidence. That's that continued swagger that you want to have as a team that's striving to make a name for themselves in the NFL with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, the Bears have been consistent on defense since late last year, and been able to hold opponents to under 21 points, which is so key going into this game and any games they play this year, because the more you're able to hold teams under maybe around really 17 and under, your chances of winning, as long as you don't turn the ball over, increases. So the Bears have to at least go in this game, continue to play the defense that they've been playing all year, force Trevor Lawrence into some mistakes. To me, he should never got that check, never got that bag, but he one of them guys,
I like NFL.
Yeah,
I like NFL.
And also try to play mistake-free ball. And on offense, if they could stay away from like they did the last game, those pre-snap penalties, they got a whole lot more improvement last game than they had in previous game. I believe they only had one pre-snap penalty, which is good, big improvement, because those are aggravating penalties and it gets you behind on the sticks. So I think offensively, as long as they keep doing that, and I think what we said the injury report, we got Stevenson out, Brisker out, and I think Jenkins is questionable. Anybody else on the injury report?
Yeah, Jenkins is questionable. Brisker is out. and a couple of other people out that's been out all season. So it's not.
Okay.
I mean, the biggest names right now is Stevenson questionable, which he was downgraded, which I don't think he's going to play. And then you got Stevenson, not Stevenson, Brisker with the concussion. And then you got Tevin Jenkins that's actually questionable, so we don't know if he's going to play. But the other guys, I mean, those are the same guys that's been on. Technically, they should be on IR because they like showing up on an injury report every week. So it's like, but the big names is Stevenson, Jenkins, and Brisker. Brisker, and we know Brisker is out, so he's not playing.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You just gotta you can't take none of these games for granted in the NFL. You know, regardless of what a team record is. I mean, I continue to say this. We felt we should have beat the Colts as fans, and at that time, we definitely thought the Steelers was better than Chicago. And guess what? The Colts turned around the next week and beat the Steelers. So you like, man, is the Colts on the upswing? Then they turn around and lose to the Jags.
And not only that,
thing, right? The team that beat both the Bears and the Steelers actually lost to the Jaguars.
Well, you can't. That's why you can't go off of that.
Right, and not only that, I still feel like we should have beat the Colts. Not the Colts. I'm sorry, the Texans. But that's a whole nother thing. We should have beat the Texans too. So, but you know, we are where we at. You know, and most prognosticators figured that we right where they kind of predicted us to be. So I just really think, like, if you want to show the NFL that you're a legitimate up and coming team, I'm not even saying a dominant team. If you're an up and coming team, you're better than the Jaguars. And this is a game that you should win. If you go in there focused, this is a game that you should win.
Not only that, you want to win games and put pressure on all the teams in your division too.
Absolutely.
Because you never know what may happen in the later months, like December and January, if an injury happens.
Because guess what? The Vikings 5-0.
Yeah, right.
And
if they lose,
Sam Donald 5-0.
They won injury. Right. They won injury away, just like the Lions. The Lions don't really got that much depth. They're a good team, but they top heavy.
Yeah.
And the Packers is the only team that's in our division that got depth. But are they like that? We don't know. But if we was to win these games, and then let's say two of the teams lost key players in the division, now you're looking at, the Bears and NFC champions. So you got to put yourself in position because you never know what might happen at the end. So that's why I'm like, just win as many games as you can. Everybody like, get a wild card. No, don't go for a wild card. Try to win as many games as you can. Yeah, win as many games as you can.
Back to win.
And then let's have a conversation when the season ends. And then boom. Because you never know. Because not to get off course, but I haven't seen. There's only one team in the whole NFL that scares me. That's Kansas City. I don't see another team. I don't know who we gonna pick for the Super Bowl as representing the NFC. Because to me, San Francisco took a step back. The Eagles ain't been the same. The Cowboys, I wish somebody would pick them. So like, who else? The Lions. I'm not really sold on them. I mean, I respect them, but they don't really. They don't scare me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They don't, and I think it might have something to do with golf. Like, no disrespect, he been cold, like he been playing really good. He just don't scare me. I'm just being honest. Like he like a tier higher than Dak Prescott to me.
Yeah. Hey, so it's time for two for two.
2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2 is your top two teams and your bottom two teams. Hey, who want to go up first?
My bottom two teams is Carolina and Cleveland. I cannot believe the Cleveland Browns are as bad as they are with Kevin Stefanski as their head coach. But I'm going to tell y'all, oh my God, how the mighty has fallen.
He ain't the same.
Oh my God.
He ain't the same. He lost his whole confidence, and you can't play this sport without no confidence.
And of course, again, I'm gonna continue to say my top two until you beat them, the Kansas City Chiefs, and as much as I hate to say it, the Minnesota Queens. They 5-0. They 5-0.
Yeah.
They 5-0. The Minnesota Vikings are 5-0 with Sam Darnold at quarterback, and they haven't done it with smoke and mirrors. They've actually won some games. Brian Flores is over there calling some stuff that can't nobody figure out yet.
Yeah, they might have the second best coaching staff in NFC outside of San Francisco, because Kevin O'Connell he's something different.
Yes, he is.
He's something different.
Hey, you got your 2 for 2, Christian?
Yeah, so mine is the same, to be honest with you.
Okay.
It really is. Like, the Browns are terrible. And Carolina, I mean, at least they get their number 1 pick this year.
They get their own number 1. They get their own number 1 this year.
Yeah, at least they get their own number 1 pick this year.
Yeah, this week I'm gonna go with the bottom 2. I'm gonna go with Carolina and the Bengals. It seemed like the Bengals are imploding some, and it's surprising, right? Because I picked them to be much better than what they are, and even Jamar Chase is starting to be kind of upset. And my top 2, I'm gonna go with you, Jay and Christian, Minnesota and KC as my top 2 this week. Hey, do y'all got a game of the week?
Washington, Baltimore, baby. Oh, buddy, boy, I'm gonna be like that Terrell Owens said, get your popcorn ready. That's the one that I'm looking for this week. That Baltimore and Washington game.
Me too.
Is gonna be the one.
I feel sorry for Washington.
I do too. I ain't want to say it on the broadcast. I would have said it in the post game, but yeah,
They're about to get it handed to them, because don't nobody want to see them 2 dudes running downhill at you like that. That's not even fair. Yeah, that's not even fair.
In the zoo.
That's not even fair, man.
I that's my game of the week too. And as much as I've been cheering for Jaden Daniels, I think the reality of him being a rookie is about to pop in, and that one read and run, that's not going to work against the Ravens. That's not going to work.
He better slide this game, or he
on
IR.
Yeah,
but you know what? And the thing about that game is the Ravens. You know how the Ravens started kind of shaky, but you know, again, I can preach to the choir how these guys don't play in preseason. The Ravens now, you know, they started 1-2 or 1-3 or something like that.
Yeah, because they lost their first 2 games, so they was 0-2.
Something like 0-2. Not everybody start. You know, they got their legs under them, so now they're going to start to hit their stride. And Lamar, people can say what they want, man. Lamar is a different dude, man. That dude is different. Him and Patrick Mahomes, they're different, man. They're different.
Can I add to that? Can we stop doing him like that? It wasn't his fault that Zay Flowers dropped 2 balls last year in that game. It's a different game, and they probably win. So stop saying he can't do it, because he threw 2 balls that was literally perfect. So I was in a barbershop yesterday, and somebody was like, "Oh yeah, Kansas City gonna whoop them." No, we don't know that yet. And I like Kansas City, but that's gonna be a tough matchup, boy.
But I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I like Kansas City is their coaching staff. Because I'm gonna tell you something. They personnel changes year to year for the last maybe 5 years. You know, they went 11-6 and won the Super Bowl. They had seasons where they went 13-3 and they won the Super Bowl. They personnel changes every year. But because their players are so good and their coaching staff is so good, they find a way to win. That's coaching. That's coaching. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, you can't count Kansas City out. Even no matter what their record is, you can't count them out.
You can't.
However,
the Ravens
O-lineman available, but will be express. Is there any players on the team you think we have a chance to trade for? No. No.
Mm-mm.
Hassan Reddick has blackballed himself. He's probably going to be out. He's probably going to be out for the remainder of the season. I just heard. I don't know if he fired his agent or the agency got rid of him, but they have already separated after 5 weeks. So I don't know what's going to happen with Hassan Reddick. But we got too much draft capital.
We don't even need him anyway because we got Booker and then we got Taylor.
Yeah.
Two need, and then Javon been playing.
Yeah,
man, he keep playing like he playing. Bro, gonna be in a Pro Bowl conversation or one of them All Pro teams this year.
Yeah, and the only thing about linemen, your team is not trading a starting lineman when that trade deadline comes. So if anybody available, it'd just be somebody who far on the depth of the chart as far as O linemen. So you just got to live with who you got right now on the offensive line and hope some of your other guys and hoping this combination they have right now is able to keep improving.
Because they're getting better and better. They're getting better and better every week. They're getting better and better every week. So we can take that. You know, we can take, as long as I see improvement every week, we can take that. You know, they might not be big name, but as long as I see improvement, we can just roll with that, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Y'all got any scores or predictions yet? I mean, I got a prediction from Guy. Guy said the Bears are going to win 30-21. Plank said that the Bears is going to win 31-20. I have the Bears winning 35-18. Jay, Christian, what y'all got going?
I'm gonna say 24-14. Bears 24. I think we
Bears. Okay.
Yeah.
I almost called it perfect last week.
You sure did, Jay.
But for some reason, this is sitting in my craw right now. It's sitting in my craw right now. But because of the travel and the elements and the injuries, I'm still gonna pick the Bears. I gotta take them. 27. 27-17.
27-17.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because I haven't been doing my research. So, were they practicing in Jacksonville? Have they practiced all week?
I don't know. All I know is they were supposed to leave Jacksonville. What's today? Friday?
Yeah.
They were supposed to leave Jacksonville on Wednesday, which, again, I don't understand because this storm has been predicted. Yeah. So I'm like, why y'all just don't leave Monday or Sunday after whatever? I don't know, and I don't know where they played at last week, but I know they got 2 weeks. They got 2 back-to-back games in London. So I don't know if they played in London last week and came home, or they played in London this week and they stand. But I can understand why they waited, and they just got to London this morning.
Oh, they're at a disadvantage.
So they already at a disadvantage.
They're at a disadvantage, big time.
Mm-hmm.
So because we talk about
your body can't.
7 hours.
Your body can't
difference.
react like that, and then play.
But at the same time, they are the only team that actually play over there on a regular basis.
Yeah, there's different circumstances though. That's why I was asking. Yeah, that's why I was asking how they been practicing. I know Tampa Bay, that city got messed up big time, and I'm like, dang, how they been practicing? Because they ain't practiced, and you think that you about to show up on Friday and then play on Sunday with that time difference, you gonna get your tails whooped.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. So we're gonna recap the scores. Plank 31-20 Bears, Guy 30-21. I'm sorry, Plank 31-20 Bears, Guy 30-21 Bears, myself 35-18 Bears, Christian 24-14 Bears, and Jay 22-17 Bears.
27.
27.
27-17.
27-17. Hey, I want to show that play that y'all was talking about. I know I tried to show it earlier, but it wasn't a full view of it. So let me see if I can pull this play up again, and we're gonna try to run it back. Let's go back, Kobe.
2nd down and 8.
Let me get a full view. There we go. Started at the beginning. And I know Jay mentioned, I think Christian mentioned about him looking.
The three receiver side over there. So that gave him an opportunity to see,
He's got it.
Let's go back to this play. Rewind it a little bit. Let's get right at the beginning. It's three receivers, heavy on one side.
2nd down and 8.
Oh, this is a short, so there we go. Okay. You got three on this side. DJ matched up one-on-one. Let me see if I go back a little further like I did yesterday. You got the safety right here. And the safety bites on him looking this way and starts.
But I was going to say, watch how he manipulate him with his eyes, though. This is a rookie quarterback,
2nd down and 8.
Look how he manipulate him with his eyes, though.
Williams.
Yeah, see here, he's right. He's right here.
More.
That's gross.
End zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
I like the fact that they put him in a situation to where he can identify what coverage it is early.
That's gross.
And when you're able to put a kid in a situation to where they can be able to identify coverage early, you're going to get that. So if they just keep doing stuff like that, when you get them opportunities, you got to do it. So.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, how important was this? Two things the Bears did, and I asked D. Hamp about it yesterday. One, Caleb going to the last at least 2 games for sure, or 3 games, going with a wristband, and also with them going a little bit more up tempo because there were times in at least the first 3 games where it seemed like the plays were getting in kind of late. So are there any advantage? Do you like wristbands? Do your guys that you coach wear wristbands?
Yeah, so you ever been to a high school game and you see whoever calling them plays, how the quarterback goes to the sideline, especially in high school. That's such a disadvantage to your whole offense, because it's going to take you about a minute to get back to the huddle. Then you got to, if it's a long verbose play call, then you got to do that. Then you got to get to the line, and then you probably want to see what the defense is doing. You ain't probably waste like 2 minutes off rip. So when you get to the NFL, you can still talk into the headset until, I think, what is it, like 15 seconds?
Yeah, 15 seconds. So
if I tell you play whatever on the wristband number-wise, and you can go to that, and once you get out of the huddle and you get to, I can now say, hey, go ahead and do X, Y, and Z if you get this and this and this and that can help you. Instead of me giving you this long play call, and then now I'm trying to give you all this information, cram this into you with, I got like 2 seconds left to be able to talk to you. That can throw a lot. So that wristband definitely is helpful. We use it, so we just give you a number, and we'll give you a hand sign what formation we're going to go. So
okay.
It's like, yeah, so college now got the headset, but college is like they may use like 1 or 2 words. They don't have like long play calls, depending on what offense you're in. But
Okay.
NFL,
and they also using signs in college too.
Not no more. They got the headsets.
They got the headsets now.
Yeah, they got the headsets now. Yep. This first year headsets.
Okay.
So,
Hey, y'all got anything else? Hey, we could shut down for the night and get ready to watch the Bears. The Bears is at what, 8:30 a.m.?
Man. I'm like, wow, 8:30.
That's cool. Yeah.
It is funny. I would give my shout out to my cousin. So he's like, man, he's like, man, you tailgating Sunday morning? What you shooting? I'm like, bro, the game started at 8:30, man. I ain't gonna do nothing.
I'm happy it's at 8:30 in the morning because I be on pins and needles when 12 o'clock get here.
I know, right?
8:30.
So
I get up
guess
at
what? By
7.
12 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, the game will probably be over.
Yeah.
And you still got the rest of your day to do whatever it is you need. So I'm kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it only happens once every 4 or 5 years. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
And we'll talk offline to see if we want to do the post game, early or in the afternoon, right?
Or later on in the afternoon.
Yeah, to see what y'all want to do. So hey, if there's nothing else, hey, thank everybody for tuning in tonight to Bears Banter Talk Show, and we'll see you on Sunday. Peace.
Peace.